Hello everybody, hope you're having a fantastic day today. Thank you so much for checking out the video. Today, there is some update notes for the PTS, definitely some good news to talk about. Let's get into it here. Okay, so this was released today. I will put the link in the description inside the vault here. Activities and public events general. Adjusted reward pools for activities and public events based on feedback received. Distinguished guest increase the health pool of the waitstaff. Project Beanstalk Pharmabot JD7E can no longer be crippled. Hordes now named as an activity when they appear. Developer note, while we're originally intended to disable hordes with this patch, they will still be active at times when this update releases. These will not interfere in any way with the newer activity rotation being introduced with this update. So good to see that hordes are still in there. Definitely some good news for me. I love doing the hordes there. One Violent Night, fix an issue where the Night Stalker could spawn higher than intended, level 125. Dropped Connection, fix an issue where some characters were unable to interact with the satellites. Enclave activities, all of them, fixed an issue where these were triggering every 40 minutes instead of the expected 20 minutes. So good to see that getting back up to the every 20 minutes. Armor, remove the plus 10 damage, energy resistance, and minus 10 action points effect from the Enclave Secret Operative Under Armor. Legendary armor mods, the Mutant's legendary armor mod now scales with mutation count and now caps at 5% reduced damage with 16 mutations. The Heavyweight's legendary armor mod now reaches its 10% reduced damage at 150% carry weight. The Lucid legendary armor mod now stacks multiplicatively per piece. I hope I said that right. Adjusted the Vanguard legendary armor mod to scale more smoothly and offer more of its damage reduction with lower health. So, definitely some changes here to the armor. I will have to see when this comes out, and yeah, you never know with the PTS, guys. You never know what's actually going to make it here. Rad X is definitely getting a buff along with Med X here. You can see regular Rad X is diluted Rad X is going to be just as good as regular Rad X was at this point. And regular Rad X is 600 now. Definitely going to make a difference there. I think we're definitely going to have to deal with some rads in the upcoming update, guys. Legendary mods. Fix an issue where the Lucid legendary weapon mod was adding additional range to weapons. Fix an issue with the description for the Gorman's legendary weapon mod description when viewed by ghoul players. Perks, fix an issue where the Bloodluster's effect didn't work with certain weapons, bleed mods. PTS only, new supply caches have been added to the PTS locker and the PTS loadout, so of course this will only be on the PTS. This is just for the sake of testing stuff pretty much if you are on the PTS. And the good news here, weapons, fix an issue that was preventing cryo damage from applying its slow effect. Increased the damage of the Gauss minigun 42 to 53 and removed the overheat mechanic. Dev note, the removal of the overheat is a temporary change and we'll be reevaluating this in a later update. Fixed an issue where the glowing legendary weapon mod was adding additional range to weapons. Fixed incorrect damage assignments on NPC Wardrum, Meathook, and the Cryolator. Addressed an issue that caused non-physical damage to be incorrect. So of course the highlight of that is definitely the cryo weapons being fixed. Hopefully they're going to slow the enemies properly now, and definitely good to see the Gauss minigun not get what was looking like to be a nerf, and from what I've seen on the PTS definitely seemed like a nerf, so gonna have to hop back on there and test it again. Definitely looks like it's gonna be back to normal. As I just want to talk about for a second, I feel like it should be. This weapon and the Gatling Plasma, especially if you're getting those, newer mods for it, I feel like these type of weapons should be some of the best weapons in the game and maybe a little bit overpowered. Like the Gauss minigun isn't exactly easy to get. Like when you first start playing, you're not going to be able to get the plan for that weapon anytime soon. You know what I mean? So when you finally do get it, it needs to really be worth it in my opinion. It's like the same thing with the Gatling Plasma. I really feel like that weapon can be buffed too. That would be awesome, especially just maybe even the newer mods like the ones that we get from doing, or when we call for a nuclear key card, basically from the crates, or even the loose box mods that we can get from the vendors. They are really hard to come by, so I just feel like it would be justified that these are some of the most powerful weapons in the game. And yeah, that's just my take on it, guys, especially with the Gauss minigun. It definitely should be, in my opinion, one of the best guns in the game. But of course, this is just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think of these changes, and remember, don't get too excited about anything that's happening on the PTS. You never know. They have literally changed things right like a day before the update. If you remember the Ticket to Revenge, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. We never really know until it actually makes it to consoles, pretty much, right? So, just saying, take it with a grain of salt. Thought I would update you guys on this stuff. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments. And as always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch. Have a pleasant evening.